Welcome back to South African Prepper. 7 items you should be prepping to barter with. So this is fairly important because once an economy or a country has collapsed, we have seen from our neighboring countries like Zimbabwe that went through a gradual collapse that the money that they have circulating amongst the civilians actually becomes worthless. At some stage, to give you an example, if you went out and you had to buy a loaf of bread, firstly, if you could find a loaf of bread, that loaf of bread in Zimbabwe, and we're talking about around between 2005 and 2010, one loaf of bread would have costed you roughly between 1 million and 2 million Zimbabwean dollars. So in a collapse SHTF scenario, money will literally become worthless. So we have decided to make a list of items that you can use then to barter with. How do we identify items to barter with? And this is very important because you need to be prepping and storing away items that will firstly last a long time. These items must be fairly small to store away, and these items must actually be worth something once the money system is no more in place or doesn't exist anymore. So the 7 items that we suggest from a South African perspective, and having seen Zimbabwe, our neighboring country, collapse or going into a gradual collapse, this is the South African list that we think you should be prepping. And I do believe that you can use this list for anywhere in the world. So number 1 for us is honey. Now, honey we have also suggested in our forever food prepping. You can have a look in the description and go have a look at that video. Honey will last you forever and ever and ever. Number 2 on our list is salt. Now, salt in South Africa we used for the preservation of meat because we South Africans, we love our meat, we love our dried meat. Your body actually needs salt as well. And as we know from history, salt has been used for trading as well. Number 3 on our list is sugar. Sugar as well, the modern man has actually become addicted to sugar. And I promise you that in the time of collapse, people will be looking for sugar. So salt and sugar combined, if kept in a cool, dry place, will literally last you forever and ever and ever. Number 4 on our list is spices. So different types of spices to spice your food with. In South Africa, we love our barbecue spices. You get all sorts of organic spices like thyme and turmeric and sage and oregano, black peppers, peri-peris, and spices like that, that you should actually be stocking up if you keep these spices in a cool, dry place in their original packaging. We have found that they actually last for many, many years. So number 5 on our list is hard liquor. Any type of hard liquor, from brandy. South Africans, we love our brandies, whiskies, vodkas, mampoers in South Africa. So you're looking for liquors that have got a fairly high alcohol contents, and this will help you that it will actually last quite a long time. So this is quite a nice bartering item should the economy collapse. Now, having this bartering item is fairly dangerous in a collapse situation because the type of person that will be coming after alcohol obviously has mental problems or an addiction problems, and they will definitely, it'll be difficult to barter with them, and they might be willing to take the liquor from you with force. So number 6 on our list is tobacco products. Now we prefer to vacuum seal loose tobacco, so leaf tobaccos that has been cut into smaller pieces, or rolling tobaccos instead of normal cigarettes. So this is how we prep tobacco. We literally buy rolling tobacco inside the original packaging. We then vacuum seal it and then we store it away with then the rolling paper as well. This is for us a much more cost-effective way of storing away tobacco. And then number 7, which is quite a controversial one, but we think and we know that flour should be at number 7. So if we refer to flour, we refer to cake flour, bread flour, and then specifically in South Africa, maize flour, or pap as we call it in South Africa. So many people will say, well, this won't last that long, and from experience we can tell you that if you take these different types of flours, you vacuum seal them, you put them in the freezer for 3 days, so it will kill all the mites and the insect larvae inside. You take it out and you put it inside of your prepping box, which is obviously in a cool, dry place. We have found flours to last for 4 to 5 years. So this is definitely for us a bartering item. What we also do is we pack it into 500 gram packets. It is then much easier for you to then trade or to barter with. If you trade and barter with smaller packets than trading with maybe a 1 kg or a 5 kg packet. And the reason why we have added flours is because people will be hungry. People would literally kill maybe for the possibility of being able to bake a bread or make porridge for themselves from maize flour, or maybe even bake themselves a cake. And then at number 8, we're going to be adding this one as a special, is and we were actually talking about this while I was making this video, is yeast. Now yeast has got various applications and functions, anything from baking bread to brewing alcohol. We think that yeast is one of the things that can be traded and bartered with as well. So we're going to be applying the same principles here. We'll be taking it in its original packaging form. We'll be vacuum sealing it. We won't be freezing it, but we will then put it into our prepping boxes in order for us to then use it as a trading tool. Other things that are not edible that we think you should be prepping for, that you can barter with, will be things like lighters, candles, tarps, because people will always be looking for shelter in a collapse situation. Socks and underwear and even clothing would be wonderful bartering items when a collapse takes place in South Africa. Well, thank you very much for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe. Please leave your comments at the bottom if you want to add some items to these lists. And thank you for watching this channel and supporting this channel. It is growing crazy at this stage. Thank you very much. South African Prepper out.